And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the second of our two semifinals here on RPG Limit Break, the 2024 Dragon Warrior Summer Randomizer Tournament. Tonight, we have got the 2022 champion Angel FM taking on ScarletShadoww, and whoever wins this best 2 out of 3 semifinals will take on the defending champion Big Slamu in the Grand Championship. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23, and joining me on the commentary tonight, the 2020 champion DK9146. Great to have you here tonight. We've got a very exciting matchup here between Angel FM, who is seeking to finish off a perfect tournament, and ScarletShadoww, who has been a giant killer so far, knocking off the 3-time runner-up Nest Cardinality and the 2021 champion Tilo.
Yeah, buddy, and this is a fantastic matchup, just like you highlighted, and it's going to start out with a lot of fireworks as we see that level 1 Hurtmore. They have one whole Hurtmore in the tank and low stats, but you know what? We're going to go blow something up, and we'll see how the early game treats these guys.
Yeah, absolutely here. So Angel FM, ScarletShadoww, yeah, having the Hurtmore is going to be nice. If we see like an Axe Knight early on and we get that first strike, we can get a quick 130 points off of that. So we'll see if we can get some nice, juicy enemies at the start. But yeah, as you mentioned, with just the 5 DP, only 1 usage of the Hurtmore spell per turn. So they're going to want to use it wisely.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got a countdown in the race room, so we're going to get some King's instructions here momentarily, talking about some balls of light. We're going to get 2 items in this throne room, along with the obligatory key. Let's see what we get.
All right, let us see what we will get indeed. So we're hoping to see a key, maybe perhaps some wings, maybe perhaps a key item. We start with a key. Hey, there's your key. And there's some gold so we can buy more keys. So this is a great start for our runners.
Absolutely. We're going to see them both immediately go purchase and get up to 6 keys. We're going to get a treasury check. We will most likely get a basement check as well from at minimum one of the runners before we get out and start using that Hurtmore.
Now, Angel is going to buy more keys first, as you would expect, because you got to buy more keys before you can raid into the Tantagel treasury.
No, absolutely the right call. We'll see which way they want to go. Sometimes the runners decide to go downstairs. Sometimes to go to the treasury. There's some thoughts behind both of those, but we'll see if we get the same or we get some divergence.
And since the maximum number of keys you can purchase is 6, both of these runners will have plenty of money to get those purchases taken care of. Angel with a little bit better roll on the gold, so a little more change to spare, which could be a potential difference maker, as we do have Swamp South.
Yeah, I like this place. Swamp South, you have that Hurtmore in hand. Just start walking through. Angel's going to go try and check the spike and gets there.
Yeah, it's a blue dragon, which is not a great enemy, and especially when both of these runners getting back attacked, and there's pretty resistant to the Hurtmore, so not the best spike tile here, but at least it's knowledge for both of our runners.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a loose blue dragon for Scarlet, so he doesn't know it's the spike, but he did see it in the zone.
Okay, so didn't quite get to that spike tile, but we do find the silver harp in one of the chests, and a fighter's ring too, which gives us an additional 2 attack power points. And we also have in that bottom right chest, I don't know.
Looks like a cursed belt, so we have at least one of our search spots in play.
All right, that means we can sell it for 180 golds, and we have a cave immediately due north as Scarlet runs into a slime, gets a critical hit. Why the heck not? But Angel's going to go back. Looks like he's going to go through the cave and try to do some exploration as we find Mountain Cave on Scarlet's side.
Yeah, and the thing about Mountain Cave, the exact same enemy set that's in this Swamp Cave for Angel. So, well, we now know there's a blue dragon, an armor knight that has heal water.
Oh no! Well, I mean, you couldn't get it taken care of anyway, and they have hurt as well. So not quite the both more, but yeah, we won't be able to take on these Axe Knights until we have a weapon that could do more, because you're going to probably see a lot of that heal more.
No, absolutely. The hurt is kind of nice. We'll see how frequent that comes as we get to see him a little more. Angel learned nothing on that Armor Knight, where Scarlet learned both of its abilities.
Yeah, definitely indeed. Yes, Angel doesn't know about the heal more that it has beneath, but Scarlet and Angel going to be doing some grand. Hey, a Magician is nice. And we'll see if Scarlet can win a damage race. We'll see if Angel can get to any of the chests here in Mountain Cave. There are 5 chests here in Mountain Cave. Angel getting close to the first one, but oh, it's just the red slime. Scorpion for ScarletShadoww, going to use the heal more, or the hurt more. Going to get the 16 points off of it as we get a torch, and that's going to be 2 level ups for Scarlet. The 2 level ups bring 6 power, 27 agility, 17 HP, and 14 MP plus sleep, stop spell, and heal more.
Meanwhile, on Angel's side, guess what the second chest was? Erdrick's armor.
Ooh, what a big find there for Angel FM. That is the best armor that money cannot buy. That's right, you cannot buy this armor in this game as Angel gets to level 2. But what it does is that every step you take, you heal 1 HP. You're completely resistant to the stop spell. 1/3 damage reduction to both Hurt More, and the Dragon Breath. And also, you won't be taking any damage to those 2 HP Swamp Tiles or those 15 HP Barrier Tiles. And of course, resistant to stop spell. Golans have Hurt More. They have the artificial wombo combo.
They sure do. Meanwhile, Scarlet, a little bit of a walk here, found a town and a cave, but died to a Druid Lord just short. We'll see if he heads back that direction.
Yeah, just didn't have the resources, but now that he's got 16 or 22 MP, that's 4 usages of the Hurt More spell. So we'll see if Scarlet decides to go back there or decides to take a different route.
Yeah, and the more that we're seeing of this, it looks like we might be along that southern coastline here for these runners. A lot of straight edge down there.
Yeah, definitely. So Scarlet finds a new cave here, but first going to get level 4 from that Scorpion to get 5 power, 6 agility, 1 HP, and 1 MP. So there's a town, but gets stopped by a Demon Knight. This could be tough. It's hard to run away from a Demon Knight, and they hit hard at this early stage of the game. Gets there, and it is Hawksness.
Of course it is. So Angel's coming into this area here. It doesn't look like that Knight wants us to check this out. And yeah, he's taking the trip back.
Yep, the back attack from the Knight will end Scarlet's turn. Angel gets a Metal Scorpion down, checks the cave first, and that is going to be Swamp North.
Well, there's our single continent confirmed already. That's amazing. And Angel's like, nope.
Yep. Angel sees Hawksness, wants no part of it. I mean, could have been an Armored Knight or an Axe Knight, rather. You never know.
Yeah, so it's nice to know that both our grind spikes are nearby, even though the one is the blue dragon and we don't want to see it.
Well, it depends on what they've got. I mean, you never know what they might have. Knight, that'll be quick pickings for Scarlet, going to take care of it for 78 points. And that's going to be level 5.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Ooh, 1187, so this time we get good gains on the HP and MP.
Yeah, not too terrible there, while Angel is also joining him at level 5 here. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes Scarlet to decide to get back into Mountain Cave. We know the armor's downstairs, but how long is he going to be scared off by that Armor Knight?
Certainly, and that's going to be level 6 now for Scarlet. Another Knight down, going to bring 9 more power, 2 agility, 13 HP, and 7 MP, just a bit outside, and return. So nice returns there from Scarlet.
Well, speaking of nice returns, this Armor Knight's about to do the trip for him, and there he goes.
Yeah, again, just not quite enough. I mean, you could chance it with double Hurt More now that you have a little more HP, 60 HP to be exact, but still with that Heal More in their back pocket, probably not yet. Ooh, but
yeah,
there's one thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. They do have Stop Spell. They could try to put them in a Stop Spell, and then they won't be able to heal.
Yeah, it's not bad, and the nice thing about an Armor Knight is if it does use Heal More, it's guaranteed to go doan in 2 straight additional Hurt Mores, and we now have some MP in place, so, you know, we'll see how this goes.
Okay, Knights have Baby Breath, which is fine. Scarlet, meanwhile, has a Hurt More. Doesn't go for the Heal More, so this could be 172 points if Scarlet connects, and does.
Yeah, and this early, that's a whole nother level again.
Yeah, that's going to be level 7 right now for ScarletShadoww to bring 2 power, 1 agility, 7 HP, and 9 more MP.
So everything kind of ticking up nicely here outside the strength a little bit as Scarlet does make it to the first chest, which we knew was just a torch. She's got to get downstairs and get to that second chest.
Most definitely indeed. And Angel now back to Hawksnest, gonna maybe give it a shot. Another Armored Knight for Scarlet, so another chance here to pick up another 172 points. Lands the first one. No heal more again, so it's either 25 or 50%. It's looking like on the heal more front. Scarlet connects again, another 172 points, is in striking range of level 8 already.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick the experience can come with Hurt More, and this seed is dumping some Hurt Moreable enemies out for these guys. But Scarlet going to go north first, so it's going to be a little delayed getting to the armor.
Right. Does find out that we've got gold and we've got an herb, which Scarlet is going to go ahead and use. Save the resources just in case he sees something else. Can he get to that armor? Sure can.
Yeah, it's pretty big for Scarlet to get it evened up. It looks like Angel's going to make a play towards the Hawksnest spike, though he's finding some fantastic knights along the way.
All right, Scarlet sees a golem, is able to escape. Can we get to the last chest? We can, and it has a key.
Yeah, you know, he saved about $85 there, so he's got a nice key in his pocket.
All right, so Scarlet is able to complete the tour of the mountain cave, and a rogue scorpion is going to give him another 70 points, which will give him level 8. And we find that we've got a green dragon on the spike tile. This could be good, DK.
Absolutely, it's a fantastic Hurt Moreable enemy here. 1330 no spells at level 8 for Scarlet, so a pretty inconsequential level there.
Yep, so Green Dragon, a back attack. They have stop spell, which is just fine when you have Erdrick's armor, as I mentioned. Completely resistant to the stop spell. Rolls the maximum, but it wasn't enough. It's going to hurl a torch to finish him off. I love it.
Absolutely, that's good use of your resources right there as he joins level 8.
Ooh, they also have the artificial wombo combo, do the golems, and Scarlet sent back.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Angel out of resources here. He's going to go ahead and take the nice Death Warp off of this Armor Knight and join Scarlet back at the castle.
Yeah, definitely indeed. So both these runners picking up some good knowledge here. Now, we'll see if Scarlet decides to go back to Hawksnest with the newfound HP and MP. Gonna see that Green Dragon. Be happy to see that Green Dragon.
He's just now getting the news of the single continent there. He had not looked at a cave yet.
There you go. So now Scarlet back into Hawksnest. We'll see if we can get to the spike tile just a few steps away, and Scarlet gets there, so should be able to get this Green Dragon off. Lands the Hurt More. One-shots it. Gonna get that Death Necklace. And Scarlet's going to keep going. I love it.
And that's exactly what I anticipate. He's here with a fairly decent amount of resources. I think it's a smart play. Let's go ahead and get a little more survivability for the overworld. But Angel definitely wanting to press.
Gets another max roll, another one-shot kill for Scarlet, but it's another back attack. Again, there's that stop spell, which you want to see. You want to see lots and lots of stop spells here. Scarlet gets another one, back-to-back Green Dragon one-shots, and that's good enough for level 9. An Armor Knight goes down for Angel. 8, 0, 16, and 11. Very nice level there for Scarlet.
Yeah, absolutely. At level 9 right now, we're at 86 HP already. Already knocking in some really good HP there. That's really good survivability. 51 agility, not too bad either.
Yep, and Scarlet is like, I can only hit it for 1. I have to go double Hurt More. I mean, you don't really want to go double Hurt More, but in this stage, you pretty much have to.
And he could even try to do what Angel did with the torch trick, except he used both his torches while he was in the mountain cave to get them out of his inventory.
Yep, so won't be able to have that luxury. Gets the max roll again. That's 4 out of 5 for Scarlet, so building these levels up very, very nicely. But Angel going to see if we can get this double Hurt More on the Armored Knight. And I haven't seen too many heal mores. This looks like a 25% heal more situation, DK.
Yeah, it's not coming along a lot, and you got to get it into that 25% range, and they could just be sneaking outside of that with the damage range, or HP range.
That's correct, because Armor Knights have anywhere between 75 and 99 HP, so if they're rolling high, then you're not going to see it, and that's another level up. There's heal and hurt, so another big level there. Came with 12 strength, 6 agility, 2 HP, and 12 more MP.
Yeah, stats are coming pretty quickly here. Obviously, we still need a decent amount of strength to get going here and a little bit more MP up. And we're short on the HP, but I think it's time to start trying to press here.
I agree 100%. So let's see what Scarlet has in mind. Well, he's got an Armored Knight, which this will just be a Death Warp.
Hopefully it'll be a death warp. Depends on how fast it decides to do.
Oh, runs away at 57 agility. I think I know what Scarlet's going to do. Going to go back to the blue dragon and let him take the intentional here. That's a good idea.
Yeah, meanwhile, Angel back into Mountain wants to get the knowledge of that 5th chest here, or the rest of it. I don't remember where he got stopped by that golem, but he's going to pick up some chest up top.
Yep, so Scarlet waiting for the blue dragon to finish him off to get all of his resources back. Angel back to Mountain to finish that up. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a key, so it'll buy Scarlet a little bit of time.
So this will be interesting. We're starting to hit that, I mean, it's only 13 minutes in, but we're basically strongly into the mid-game at this point. And to see which way these runners decide to take this, do they want to press exploration? Do they want to grind a couple more levels? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, with these numbers, 88 HP and 69 MP, I mean, you could definitely do some exploration with these kind of numbers. I mean, sure, our defense could be a little bit better, but it's not bad. Now, Scarlet is going back into Swamp South. I wonder what Scarlet's got in mind. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to pop outside and come over here. Ultimately, I think by the time he walked all the way around, it might have been about the same length.
Could be, but Scarlet looks like is going to go back to Hawk's Nest to grind on these green dragons. It's not a bad strategy, but we'll see if Angel decides to do the same thing, but I think he's going to explore.
And I can see the point chat's bringing up as well. They do not have Repel yet, so you're going to continue to run into things such as that Scorpion, so...
Yeah, not having Repel is a big deal. It may not seem like it, but when you run into these enemies that you want no part of, it's just a waste of time there. So I could see why you would want to get that level that could bring you the Repel spell, and then you could do some exploration. Angel running into another Armor Knight, that's just fine. That's another 172 points to at least keep pace with Scarlet, and that'll be level 10 for Angel.
Yes, the experience is staying alive here, pretty much in line, and Angel has just a smidge more exploration than Scarlet right now.
Is not going to go to Hawk's Nest, instead is going to do some exploration. So even without the Repel, Angel's going to go ahead and see what he can do by exploring and hoping to find something of importance that could give him an edge on Scarlet.
Yeah, we still have 5 fantastic towns out here to find out. We still have at least 1 search spot in play and many key items left. So we got a lot of world to find.
Okay, that's level 11 for Scarlet, which is going to get him 1 power, 8 agility, 13 HP, and 10 MP. And already our HP is into the green. We won't have to worry about that tonight.
Yeah, it's looking fantastic. You love to have that much HP right now. 65 agility pretty much makes him a favorite to run from about anything that's not the Armor Knight or the Red Dragon. And the Armor Knight, as we see, is a puppy dog right now, so we don't have to worry too much about it.
Unfortunately, Angel getting a taste of that heal more right there. So, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Because it could go back up to 99 HP, guaranteed not going to use a heal more a second time. So it's a kind of resource intensive there, if it doesn't pan out, but it still could be worse.
Yeah, and it's been interesting. They're in at least 2 overworld zones, and then we obviously know they're in the top zone of mountain and swamp. So see how much more prevalent they are.
Dodge there as Scarlet wants to try to finish it, but unfortunately, it didn't work out. I see what Scarlet was trying to do. He wanted to save on a resource there, but that just didn't work out. Probably should have just used the hurt more at that point, or maybe even a hurt.
Yeah, a weapon, even a copper sword, would make that so much more likely to work out for him too, but looks like he's going to do the same exact thing. He's going right back.
Yep, so we're going to take the same route. There's another green dragon. Angel FM will not refuse that. Scarlet going to refill on some keys in the meantime. Another 135 points coming Angel's way. And there's a werewolf. We haven't seen any of these yet, and not as lucrative as the green dragons. Will run away.
Yeah, Angel right now, well, he's in need of a town, but he found a cave in Sherlock.
That might have been a town, and it is the freebie cave, so let's see what is inside the chest, and we've got gold. So you've got a manual gold grind if you want it. And that's it.
Oh, yeah, dead end past there, and that was a little bit of a walk all the way over to the east coast into that dead end.
Yeah, so unless there's a town like nearby, there's another cave on Angel's side. So it could be Tablet, could be Jerk, could be the Trading Cave. Could be the Grave, too.
But first, level 11 for Angel.
Yep, level 11 there for Angel. Scarlet closing in on level 12. Needs 3 more of these green dragons to get to level 12. Angel wants no part. Angel just wants to get some exploration done, but this green dragon is delaying him a little bit here at this point. That's a triple run fail on 65 agility, DK.
Yeah, and that's why you love this game if you like RNG.
Definitely there, and Angel gets to the cave, and this will be Tablet.
Yeah, and the brutal part for Angel, he has the spell of Outside, yet has the ability to not cast it because he's too low on MP, so he's got to do the long walk back out.
Yep, luckily we've got the Permatorch, so we don't have to worry about memorizing the path, but Scarlet is going to get to level 12 after that green dragon takedown. Gonna get 2 power, 8 agility, 4 HP, and 6 MP plus Radiant. Of course, the one spell that's left, and we don't get the one that the runners want.
Yeah, so close yet so far. And of course, if you do want Repel is when it inevitably is going to come at level 14, 15, 16, 16. Just to mock you.
Yeah, 16. That's going to be my guess. So, let's see. What did Angel get there? Was that the flute? There was a flute in the chest there in Tablet.
Yeah, and you know, the flute's my favorite item when I'm on comms because I'm not hearing it if they use it.
Oh, we do have a town next to Charlock. It's right around, and it's Cantlin. Wow, the wraparound. I've never seen that. That is some kind of situation. I've never seen a town behind Charlock like that.
Yeah, see, Cantlin, they're a little upset Charlock stole their walls, so they kind of sneakily hid right in the backyard.
So yeah, that's convenient. I mean, you do got to go around, which is slightly inconvenient, but still. That's nice. Large shield purchase, by the way, for Angel, so that's going to get him up to 70 DP.
Yeah, and he added that broadsword, which is giant as well, so that'd eliminate that issue Scarlet's having, although Scarlet is definitely running up some experience right now.
Yeah, not a problem here. Angel, going to see if we have coordinates. We do. It's 53 north, 18 east. Definitely countable for these runners.
Yeah, it's a little zigzaggy because you have to go down and around here past Hawksness to get out to the greater world. So, but it looks like they should be able to set up either a count straight across if they wish, or even just count it out if they want to do it fully normal.
Yep, certainly indeed. Angel will stop at the inn to get all of his resources back. Was just on 4 MP. But meanwhile, Scarlet has found, it looks like, a new town. Let's take a look
this
at what
is
we
straight
got.
east from Hawksness. It is Garenham.
Ooh, this could be a big find here for Scarlet. Gonna buy the Dragon Scale, which once Scarlet puts on, we'll get an additional 2 defensive points, and we'll also stock up on herbs. Maybe get a weapon, maybe get a large shield. We'll see what we've got in the store.
Yeah, this is a convenient shop, so it does make sense why we see Angel does start to do the count. He is definitely counting it all the way west and going to count it back east. So let's see how this goes for him.
Gonna sell the curse belt, gonna get 180 golds for that. You know, it could be the difference between being able to buy something and not being able to buy something. And as I mentioned, Fighter's Ring being sold, so gonna put on that Dragon Scale, 2 additional defensive points. And if you were to sell that, just like you did the Fighter's Ring, as long as you put it on at some point, you will continue to enjoy the item's benefits. We do have a broadsword, and we do have a purchase on Scarlet's side.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for him as well. I don't foresee either of these runners picking up another weapon until they find Erdrick's sword. However, Scarlet will continue to look at shops because he does want to get a shield of some variety.
We'll see if it ends up being Jerk, Trade-In, or Garen's Grave. We got 3 chests in the Garenham Treasury. We'll see if we have anything of importance. It's a torch. We've got a cursed belt that tells us 2 of the search tiles are in play, and fairy water. That is not new news to us. That is new news to Scarlet, so now he knows that there's a second search tile in play.
Yeah, and high likelihood since the search tiles are by themselves 80% to be in, as we have the Jerk in the basement.
Yep, Jerk living in the Garenham basement on this seed, so Scarlet knows where to go once we've got the 3 items. We need to get the Staff of Rain. Both these runners have the Silver Harp, so once they find that trading cave, they can pick up the Staff of Rain. We also need the Stones of Sunlight and Erdrick's Token, and I'd say there's a pretty good chance that one of those 2 is going to be in coal.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Angel's still doing this count. He's been running into a ton of enemies because he can't repel anything yet. But let's see if he pulls it out.
Yeah, this is where Scarlet could potentially gain an advantage on Angel by not having found Caitlyn yet. I mean, if he finds it by the time he gets Repel, that's where he could potentially save some time on his count.
But look at that. Angel pulls it off. Second search. Stones of Sunlight.
Nice. Very, very nice. So we're just a token away. And, we would like to have, of course, Erdrick Sword. We're those items away from being in grind and go mode. And there's Cole for Scarlet.
It's amazing. You have to go the same direction to get out of here, and yet they're finding completely different things.
And there's a small shield for Scarlet. Unfortunately, no large shield here in Cole, but that's a little bit of a defensive boost. They're currently both riding on 70. Anything in the Cole search spot? Yes, and there's the token.
So here in the booth, we have full knowledge besides the sword. We still have several overworld checks in play, though, and will it ultimately be in one of those, or will it have rolled into Sherlock?
Absolutely. There's a pretty decent chance that the pyramid could very well be in play tonight for the 25,000 gold, so stay tuned for that, audience.
Yeah, and it'll be very interesting depending on order of operations here. What if Angel finds the trade-in first, and then he manages to find Cole next, and we have not seen the grave, or we've not seen the Stone's Cave, and do we check for those, or do we just go ahead and gamble on Charlotte?
That's a good question here. I think it depends on what our strength ends up being, DK. I mean, if this really lags in strength, they're definitely going to want to have Erdrick's Sword. Uh-oh, we've got a red dragon on Scarlet's side. He's able to escape. What we got?
He swung on it and did a whopping 8 damage, realized that's going to not work out and tried to run it.
No.
Worked out.
It worked out fine for Scarlet as his exploration continues here in these mountains. Still got a couple of towns left. We've got Rimmildar and Breckenary. We also have Garen's Grave, which will be somewhere here in the overworld. And, of course, the Trading Cave.
Yeah, trade-in, obviously the biggest piece for these runners, because that is an absolute requirement, or the others are possibly required minus Breckenary.
Angel gets that Axe Knight down for 130 points. Rogue Scorpion will be just fine. I think this might be one of the 2 caves that we're looking for. And this will be the Grave.
Yeah, and this is decision time for Scarlet. Does he want to go ahead and do a full dive while he's here? I would have a feeling that he probably will. He's filled up on resources, has outside the whole 9. I think it would be a good play.
The one thing that could really be a problem, though, is red dragons. If we have a lot of red dragons here in the Grave, then this could potentially be problematic for both of our runners. As Scarlet picks up level 13, taking down that Demon Knight. 11 power, no agility, but 20 HP and 5 MP. And there's the all-important Repel.
And he immediately throws that on, and we're going to get these 3 checks.
All right, nothing there, so it could have been an herb, could have been a key. There's gold, and there's wings. So we've got 2 chests left. We also, by the way, have the chest in Rimmildar, so if Grave is not the answer, there's a very high probability that sword's going to be in Sherlock tonight.
Absolutely, and it's always amazing when that happens. Luckily for these runners, their grind doesn't require a Erdrick Sword to do the experience grind, so it's not a huge loss if that happens. It's just one of those things you got to remember to do.
And yeah, Death Necklace now could be in play with that 125 HP. We're very close to that big number as we find more wings in the 4th chest. Yeah, the more I'm seeing, I'm thinking Sherlock is where it's going to be.
Yeah, we're down to a 2 out of 9 chance that it's in this overworld, so let's see how this works out here. And what's still amazing is these 2 runners have found exactly everything different from each other.
Yeah, that's crazy. So both of them are doing a great job on exploration. They're just finding different puzzle pieces at different times. So it depends on who is able to clean it up first. That potentially could be our winner tonight.
Well, so far, this Grave looking very, very tame here for Scarlet.
Absolutely. Scarlet's just blitzing through this Grave right now, so it looks like there was not many of the nasties here, as the final chest for Scarlet is going to have nothing. So, unfortunately, Grave's a bust, which is good news for Angel, so we'll see what happens. I mean, it may not be the best news for Angel, if he finds Grave before he finds Token.
Yeah, that's what's all going to happen. I think at this point, it's an order of operations thing, and how much do you want to gamble?
Definitely. All right, so it's Scarlet gets a one-shot again on the Green Dragon, gets 135. Armor Knight goes down for Angel. Next level's at 4,125 for Angel. It's 5,625 for Scarlet. And there's a Star Wyvern, first Jerkbird appearance tonight.
Yeah, and of course he didn't go down on the first swing there, but luckily, so far at least, it just did a little peck with its beak, so not too scary yet.
Now, Star Wyvern's 56 to 74 HP, so you have some chance of getting it down in one shot. As Scarlet, I think, has found the last cave. There's the trade-in. Has the heart, so can get that staff right now.
Yeah, and now the question becomes, how soon does Scarlet find the path to Cantlin? Because we know he needs those cords.
Yeah, if Scarlet can find Cantlin quick, I think Scarlet might have a shot here. We'll see.
Yeah, so yeah, it's still too early to call because just how much
sure.
overworld there is, but yeah, he is definitely he's definitely looking good, and it would even be better at looking like a dead end but if Rim was over here, just to eliminate that check as well.
Sure, I mean, Rimmildar, right now it's a 1 in 8 chance that the sword is not in Charlock.
Yeah, and Angel's in a completely different part of this world. He's been using Fairy Waters to repel just short of the level that he needs to get the actual repel spell. Is along the north coast and has found a dead end here, so coming up short.
Yeah, a lot of nothing burgers here on both sides. So, I mean, Scarlet finding that cave, that's a long ways away, DK, and there's not really a quick discernible way to get there either.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of slowly migrated north and west, which is kind of on the opposite side of the map from where Angel's at right now.
I mean, Scarlet's been playing this well, just needs to find both the Big C and needs to find Cantlin, which is right next to the Big C. Finds that, he's going to be in a really, really good position.
Well, Angel finally gets away from that red dragon. It was giving him a little bit of a rough time there, and that's about the only enemy we're concerned with currently.
Oh, certainly, indeed. There's an Axe Knight. Can't one-shot it there. Scarlet will just use the broadsword to finish it and is getting that much closer to level 14. Once Angel gets to level 13, he's going to have that all-important repel spell. And I see a town. This must be Rimmildar. Or it could be Breckenridge. That's still a possibility. And look who's right there. Well, they're both right here. They have run into each other. Two very different paths to get to the same spot, DK.
Yeah, this is amazing. So the world kind of wraps around on itself here. They're here. One's going one direction, one's going the other, except for Scarlet. He doesn't know it, but he needs to go back towards the beginning and go a different path.
All right, it's now official. We had gold in that chest, so we now know for a fact, DK, that the 25,000 gold pyramid is on tonight.
No, absolutely. So, and as chat, and that's what I was going to point out, what chat said as well. If Sword was here, Angel doesn't have to worry about the dive of grave at all if he happens to get to gold first. But, you know, at this point, we're definitely doing some pyramid.
Yep, you betcha. As Scarlet finds a large shield here in Breckenridge, he's going to go ahead and make that purchase.
Yeah, good defensive pickup for him there, and he will definitely be done shopping now as well.
All right, Scarlet now into Rimmildar as well. Going to get the cash here, and really nothing else to purchase here. I mean, we got the best armor, we've got the best sword that money can buy, and the best shield that money can buy because there's no gold grind. So really no point for Scarlet. Is to just refill on keys and then move on.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Angel here, there was a decent chunk of land up here in the northwest across the bridge, and we know there's absolutely nothing he can find up here, but he is definitely fully exploring it.
Right, and then Scarlet's probably going to end up doing the same thing, so it's just going to end up being a wash.
No, absolutely. I anticipate Scarlet finishing it up here, going straight east across the north like we saw Angel do previously, find the nothing there, and then it's all down to which one finds the other area first.
Yeah, it's which one finds what the other hasn't found yet is going to determine potentially who has a big advantage in game number one here. And this is a very crucial game number one. As I mentioned, it takes 2 games to win a match and move on to the championship. So getting that all-important game number one under your belt is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a breath of fresh air to have game one under you. You can maybe take some chances if you want in game two, and definitely don't feel the pressure near as much.
All right, so Angel getting that all-important level 13 right now. Gonna get those big numbers, but more importantly, that repel spell.
Yeah, he's just gonna let that fairy water ride out, and then he'll be able to start casting two MP repels. Looks like they're both in the same area still. We'll see if we start to get that divergence, which I assume we will once they get back around.
Yeah, certainly indeed. So Armor Knight goes down for Scarlet, another 172 points, 264 points away from level 14. So getting very, very close to that big number.
So, and chat saying who rolled the easy seed, and I'd like to say that it actually isn't an easy seed. It may be easy to gain experience. We have 32 minutes in, we're nearing the end game grind, right? But that's the worst, in my opinion, at least as a runner, is just because it is so high stress. You have no option but to go. Are you doing it at the exact right levels? Where a water seed, there's a lot more wiggle room in it.
Yeah, it's easy in terms of the fact that we've got resources, but it's not easy in terms of the map making and exploration. It is definitely not easy in that front. Scarlet runs into a lot of dead ends here, so when will Scarlet make the right decision and kind of follow the footsteps that Angel had, as Angel's going to go ahead and refill at Breckenary?
Yeah, so both of them fully got this northwest out of the way as Scarlet's making his way back. But yeah, unless something happens, I fully expect Scarlet to continue east from here. I mean, it makes sense from his perspective that he hasn't seen that area of the world yet.
Yeah, that's right. So, a swing and a miss on the Hurtmore there for Scarlet. So that's an annoyance right there. 2 swing and misses in a row. Holy Toledo. What are the Cardinal bats or something? You knew I had to throw that one out there, DK.
Love it as Angel comes across his Staff of Rain here, so he's gonna get that news. If he continues the direction he's been going after he gets this dead end over here, he's gonna find Grave.
18 power, 8 agility, 9 HP, 1 MP.
Well, now we gotta start thinking here. We have 84 strength, 86 with the Fire's Ring. We'd be 126 with the Erdrick Sword, 136 with the Death Necklace.
I think we're very, very close to being in go mode. In fact, I think you could argue these could be good enough stats to make it happen. You have 11 heal mores, and 126 if you had the sword, 136, so you'd be rolling 9 to 18, so that means you'd be averaging 13 and a half. It's doable. It's definitely doable.
Yeah, if I'm facing either of these runners, I am absolutely making this the level. And see, this is where it gets into panic mode, because you know that this is a winnable dive, or potentially winnable, and you still have homework to do.
Yeah, both these runners having homework to do. It's just a matter of who's going to find the remaining piece of homework first. And right now, I don't know if this is the correct way for Scarlet, but yeah, Angel's now seeing the stuff that we saw Scarlet see earlier. So it's just a matter of who finishes the job here as we find a red dragon. And Scarlet is just going to go ahead and, you know what? Going to take it down for the 350. Why not?
Yeah, and we've seen some go levels that a particular racer has decided to go extra, and it's worked out well.
Don't like seeing that dodge, that's for sure. Gonna have to use a heal more right here because you don't want to risk a swing and a miss or a low roll and it doesn't finish off this red dragon. Anywhere between 80 and 106 HP. And yeah, that's a low roll right there. Would have been dead if he didn't take that heal more right there, but this will finish the job. 350 points.
All right, so we're in crunch time here. Angel's going to start finding things here in a moment and start with the grave, as I figured.
Oh, dear. Scarlet finding a dead end here. That is not what he wanted to see. But Angel now going to dig the grave, and this is where this is going to buy Scarlet some time. Yeah,
Scarlet is nowhere near where he needs to be either.
No, not at all.
Right now.
Yeah, he needs to go to the far east, like near Start, I believe. That's where Sharlock was.
Yeah, Angel got there pretty fast. Meanwhile, I mean, we know Cole is on the East Coast. Angel's got to go straight east from the Hawk's Nest, right around the corner from the Start to find Cole.
Alright, a green dragon here for Scarlet. It can run away on 81 agility. Ah, that's disgusting. It's going to take exception to it. Let's see if we can one-shot it. Naturally, it can't. That is just a troll green dragon if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, they like to mess around every once in a while. They have a 1 in 8 dodge resist to the Hurtmore, and just generally like to mess with you.
All right, so Scarlet continuing this exploration here. But that's still not it. Got to go further south.
Yeah, he's looking the right direction. I think he's pretty much got it nailed down where he's got map left. And I would assume Angel's got the same at this point.
Oh, definitely, indeed. It's just a matter of who can get back there first. The problem is there's just a lot of rivers that are like blocking key components of this map. That's why this is just such a difficult map. I mean, yes, this is an easy seed because, you know, these runners have the resources and whatnot, but it's difficult because of how convoluted this map is tonight.
No, agreed. And this is going to be interesting because while both of them have one thing left to do, Scarlet's still going to have to do a count. Once he gets these coordinates, where Angel just needs to literally do a search in a town once he finds it.
That's correct. So, Angel's done with the grave, and Scarlet's now going to cross this bridge, which is going to get Scarlet, I believe that's going to be the tablet. So once Scarlet goes a little more east, he will eventually find his way to Cantlin.
Yeah, he's definitely in the right spot. The nice thing for Scarlet, he has tons of resources. He'll be able to outside from here. And if he goes straight east, he wants to turn north before Sherlock and find that town.
Yeah, definitely indeed. And again, having that repel spell is going to make the count much easier for Scarlet. So there's the flute for Scarlet now.
And he threw it on the ground, which I'm not sure if he saw what the golem has, but the golem has sleep and hurt more, and it's not exactly not scary.
Yeah, it has the Wombo combo, and there's the numbers. It's 25% sleep, 50% hurt more, that artificial Wombo combo. Yeah, Scarlet foregoing the flute, that's a big risk, DK.
Yeah, and we saw on the stats there, it had a 5 out of 16 resist, which is one short of its max, and so you have a 1/3 chance, but he does walk right into it.
There you go. So Scarlet does find Sherlock, or not Sherlock, but Cantlin. So gonna get these coordinates. Gonna buy some fairy water. Can't buy any fairy water. He's full.
Yeah, that's what happens when you got all the ingredients in your inventory. You gotta get them changed in for a rainbow to free up a little.
So Scarlet is going to know about these coordinates, knows that they're countable, and Angel has just found coal. Gonna get that token, and it's gonna be in grind and go mode once he returns that rainbow drop.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. Will Angel just make 14 go? Because he is 104 away.
14's gonna be go easily, DK. Angel's gonna make the play into Sherlock once he gets to level 14.
Yeah, so for chat, yes, Angel has done Grave, has not done Garenham.
True, he has not found Garenham as of yet, and he's gonna need to because that's where the jerk is. Now, hopefully Scarlet remembers where Garenham is. It's been a while since he's been there. And it's not like people forgetting where stuff is has ever affected the outcome of a race before, DK.
Yeah, and I don't think he's been there. I think it's this is the town that's to the straight east right here. So I think he's going to find it here momentarily, but he's up too high. He needs to go straight across that lower area.
Right, but yeah, so Angel not picking the right direction. It's going to buy some more time there for Scarlet. So Scarlet going to go home. No, going to repel. I thought he was going to go home right away and get her done, but I don't know what Scarlet's got in mind.
Yeah, this is intriguing for sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he's wanting to do. Unless he decides that he just wants the princess, he's going to go over the. No, he's finishing out the exploration here. Maybe he just wants to confirm you can get there from here.
That could be as well. I mean, he sees that there was no,
That's right. He had this cave still.
Ah, yes, this the freebie cave. Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, he's going to get the gold. I mean, it's not of importance, and they're pretty much going to give each other a high five. They're in the same spot now. But Scarlet's still not going back home. I wonder what Scarlet has in mind.
I think he's just going to go get the princess, because he did wings back, but he ran straight to the swamp cave.
Okay, so not as confident in his counting abilities, but that's going to buy Angel some time, I'd say.
Absolutely. And with how close he's getting to 15 now, he's most likely going to want to try and get that before he goes in.
I mean, I get it. Oh, connected on the Hermore, by the way, did Scarlet on that blue dragon.
Yeah, approximately a 50-50 chance there. So going to get him a princess and hit outside, hit return. But the red slime has something to say about it first.
Yep. Now, Garanham has evaded Angel, but once he finds Garanham, he's got everything he needs. Scarlet does rescue Gwalen, so going to go ahead, use outside, use return, then he'll be able to pick up the stones, and he will be making his way to Sharlock, I would imagine.
Yeah, and for the people in chat asking, Garanham, Angel is walking further and further away every time he moves. It was straight east, and he skipped that area. He started to go there, turned around, went north, and now he is just in the complete wrong side. It's on the east side.
So Angel's inability to find Garanham right now is giving Scarlet
here he goes. He finally made the turn. He made the turn.
There we go. Now he's got it, and now Angel is in a good spot to potentially win this.
Yeah, that was clutch. He decided to come back down from where he went up and took that turn. He was here earlier.
Because unfortunately, Scarlet's going to have to go back into Garanham, and this is the order of operations you were talking about earlier, DK. Angel finding Garanham last, doesn't even have to go back here, is going to be all ready to go to Sharlock.
Yeah, and that's what happens on these fast seeds. It's all about exploration, but it's also the order of exploration, as both of these runners are going to pretty much full clear this map. Angel and Scarlet just did it in different order.
Yep, so it's just a matter of exploration. I just think Angel did his things in the right order as far as I'm concerned, and that's going to pretty much end up being the difference. I mean, Scarlet's going to have this advantage on, he's going to get to level 15, but unless, we have a bad dive on Angel's side, it's going to be inconsequential having the boost of stats.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Scarlet does Angel have a little bit more time. Took the wrong direction trying to go get these cores, had to return and come back up and around.
Yeah, that's just more time Scarlet couldn't afford to lose there.
So here we go. Angel's got the rainbow drop.
Yep, so our 2022 champion, again, Angel FM, has right now been perfect throughout this tournament, and if Angel's able to hold on here, he's going to be 3 games away from having that perfect tournament.
And Angel's back in Mountain. Did he die the second time he came in here as well?
I don't know, and I don't know why Angel's back in Mountain. It could be. I obviously didn't see it. I would have thought that Angel would have survived, with what we've had here, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, because he's booking it for this chest 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess wanted to just get it crossed off. It's going to be a key. So, that's a few extra seconds that he just gave to Scarlet right there. He's still out in front. And I would imagine now that... where is Angel going? Is he going to Sharlock? Is that the way to go to get to Sharlock? No, he's going to fill up first. He's going to grind for 15?
Yeah, and Angel has been going an extra level a lot here, so he's going to have to get through several greens.
Very, very interesting, but it's not going to really hurt him that much, because again, Scarlet has to go all the way back to Garanham, and that's not a short trip.
Yeah, it's not too terrible. He's got to go up right here, and then he's going to go straight east 3 screens, so actually, Scarlet is 186 away from the level, and going to be at Garanham in 30 seconds.
Okay, so it wasn't that far. It just seemed like it was far, DK, but I guess it wasn't that far.
Yeah, it's because Angel took about a 500,000 step path here.
That's probably why it felt like it was a long way. It was because it took about 500,000 steps, just as you said. So I guess that would make sense. But we need to get to 7,500 points. And, that's still about 11 green more dragons for Angel FM to get that level. So it's buying Scarlet some time, and I would imagine Scarlet might very well be first. Oh, wait a second here. We got to go to the jerk. We got to get our rainbow drop. And, Scarlet, he'll get level 15 on the way, you would think, and then he's going to make that dive to Sharlock.
Yeah, I think the most surprising thing is he passed up a blue dragon, which it's not everybody's favorite thing, but that was 180 of the 186 experience he needs.
I probably wanted to use it on something better. I get the resources and whatnot, and Scarlet, though, is now ready to go into Sharlock as Angel FM is committing to this level 15 here. I mentioned that ScarletShadoww has been a giant killer. If things work out, Scarlet might have a shot here to get that first loss on Angel.
No, absolutely. And right now he's repelling everything through wizards, so he's not getting a lot of encounters, so he's not getting anything to get this level yet. We'll see if he picks it up here on the way or not.
He's probably going to just pick it up on the lane. I mean, we have the spike tile in Sharlock as well. I mean, Star Wyvern's fine. He'll go for this. This Star Wyvern will get him one of those away and gets a one-shot.
Yeah, he'll stay in this desert now because it's right near where the stuff is. Actually, doesn't have to worry about it.
That'll do it. This Axe Knight will be quick fixins here for Scarlet. Nice one-shot, level 15. And we're about to see if this ends up being a difference maker for Scarlet. We got 1 power, 1 agility, 8 HP, 12 MP. Well, the MP is definitely nice insurance.
Yeah, that's fantastic, actually. He'll top off in Cantland, and those 12 Humors is magical.
Yeah, plus he's got 7 in the chamber just in case there's some calamities. And Scarlet, whoops, went a little bit too far south, is going to have to backtrack, so that is going to cost him a little bit. Angel just needs 1 more green dragon and will be at level 15. So Scarlet, going to have a werewolf to deal with and is able to escape. No more encounters, has made it back to Camlin, just going to heal up here and going to be on that his way to Sharlock. So right now, Scarlet in position to take a 1-0 lead on Angel, but this is oh so close, DK.
Absolutely. Angel's got about a 45-second walk after he takes a quick look at his stats here to get up to the same area. So Scarlet, in theory, will probably be 2 to 3 floors ahead here, as long as encounters go well.
Yep, and well, speaking of encounters, that's not what you want to see on Scarlet's side, but Angel FM having an Armored Knight, and here comes where the run luck is. So Scarlet, right now, the first one into Sharlock, just under the 50-minute mark, and is in position to send Angel FM his first loss of the tournament. Here we go, DK.
Yeah, let's see what this Sharlock throws at us, and don't forget, we still got to stop somewhere and pick up a sword.
This is true. So now, people in the chat, it is that time again. It is time to play the 25,000 gold pyramid. Where do you think Erdrick's sword is? If you've ever seen the $25,000 or $100,000 pyramid with Dick Clark or John Davidson, pick the bottom row. It's 50, 100, 150. Middle row, which is 200 and 250. Or the top of the pyramid, which is the $300 chest. Or the judges table, which is somewhere else in Sharlock. So make your predictions now. Last time I was correct about the top of the pyramid. I'm going to go for, you know what? Let's be cruel. Judges table.
I mean, I'll be honest. Judges table is always what I hope it is, but 250 is always what I pick.
250 it is. 250 is a good guess. All right, I see some other guesses in chat, so we'll see if anybody comes away with the 25,000 gold. So Scarlet right now. Yeah, the one thing that really could be a problem, I mean, I'm going to say what a certain sports streamer would say. Only a brick wall could stop ScarletShadoww. Its name is the Golem.
Yeah, it's the only enemy that we've seen, at least as of yet, that has anything scary at all. With that sleeping, there he is.
There's the brick wall. Because, I mean, yes, you have a high probability of running away from it, but if you get back attack, it could put you to sleep and go to town on either just punching you or going for the hurt mores.
And what's been interesting is Scarlet's gotten several Armored Knights. They are not too scary. They're about 50-50 punching or hurting and throwing out other various things there. But it's a times killer, as we've seen him run fail several of them.
Scarlet saw the flute and declined it, and we're seeing a lot of golems here. I mean, so far it hasn't burned them, but it could really burn if it's spike tile. And here comes Angel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for those that didn't see it, when we saw the stats, that golem has a 5 and 16 resist, so roughly 1/3 chance to resist a stop spell.
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't want to be trying to get a stop spell off because you have a high probability of missing right there. But Scarlet is, so far so good. He's kept all of his resources intact. Oh, but here's a red dragon. It's about a 40% chance of, escaping on 82 agility. I know Strep would have the numbers on him. And there's another one. This is where Char luck could come into play, DK. This encounter luck that Scarlet's getting right now and not being able to escape from this red dragon, it's hurting him.
Yeah, you hate to see that. He's made it most of the way through the zone 2 before seeing it and getting 2 straight. But now we're into a new enemy zone. We'll see if they lighten up on him a little.
Yep, he's at the U now. Ooh. There's that golem again.
Yeah, we talk about the Golem. It's a clean sweep in all 3 zones, as is this Armor Knight.
Oh, dear. And yeah, it's just buying Angel some time. That's 2 run fails now. I mean, yeah, hurt is not gonna, hurt you that badly, but that's a triple run fail now as Angel is starting to close the gap, DK.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. The encounter luck for Angel was much better in the top zone. If that continues through here, he has a definite ability to catch up.
Oh, can't make it past the hallway. It's a blue dragon, and Scarlet is able to dodge another encounter on the hallway. That is disgusting, and is a run fail. This has just been absolutely a double run fail on 82 agility. Agility is his number, but here comes a red dragon, and of course, Angel escaping on the first attempt, but the very next step, he's back attacked.
Yeah, that's Angel's 3rd red dragon. Red dragon's in the bottom zone as well.
Oh boy, so this is not over by any stretch. So for 25,000 gold, here's your not first subject yet because we got a blue dragon. And a run fail to boot, more run fails, and a run fail from a green dragon and Angel. Here's your first subject. Go. Gold on 150. We've got a curse belt on 100. The $50 chest is a key. The $200 chest is the sword. So 200 it is. 200 is your winner.
Man, and Angel's going to have to burn a heal more here. This red dragon doing into business.
Oh, no, that's a problem for Angel right now, losing one of those precious heal mores there. Uh-oh, a golem on the bottom. Scarlet able to escape. I mean, we know what they've got, and Scarlet so far has gotten away with it, but here comes the fun police yet again, and it's given Scarlet some fun.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's got the sword now. It's absolutely still not guaranteed because we still have to get there.
Yeah, and that's another run fail there for Scarlet. And this red dragon refuses, and Scarlet's going to have to, oh, that's a big punch, going to have to use a heal more. So they're both down 1 resource.
Yeah, this is Sherlock, everybody. This is what this does to this game.
Or I beg your pardon, he's down 2 resources. He's only at 92 MP, so he's got 11 heal mores left. I beg your pardon. He does not have 12. Or actually, yeah, they both have 11. I can maths. Scarlet used an additional 3, and now the AK-47's doing the same thing that the Red Dragon Brethrens do, but this time is able to escape as Angel now in the 7th floor hallway. And also runs into an encounter right on the steps. Oh, here comes the all-important spike tile for Scarlet, and it is a blue dragon. That's just fine.
Yeah, you hate to see the ambush. At least it was only a 14 swing, but should go down fairly quickly with the Urger Sword.
Yeah, you need anywhere between 74 and 98 points. Rolling 24s up to 48.
Yeah, he low rolled those first 2 swings, so he's got the 4 swing this and is pretty low in HP.
Yeah, 85 was unfortunately not enough, so it rolled 86 to 98. Is going to have to use one of his final heals and an herb. Can use all of his herbs, so this is pretty much it, DK. No more healing. Gonna hope for some stop spells.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Angel just got his sword's got to get around here still. Is absolutely not free. I don't know, man.
Back attack. It's a stop spell, but wasted stop spell in Scarlet's mind. Gonna put on this death necklace here. And Angel didn't grab the dragon scale, so not going to get the additional 2 defensive points. So here we go. It's another hurt more for Scarlet, so won't be able to get a double here. And he definitely needs to have this first strike here. Does he get it? He does. That was important. So we're starting with the 12. Now also keep in mind, DP 81 can melee us for up to 50. Next is 14. We're up to 26, so slightly above average at the moment. There's a good roll, 42. Max roll on the breath. 57. Hey, Scarlet keeps this up. He'll be fine. Blue Dragon down. It's a 72 now for Scarlet. $87. He's continuing to roll well. There's a 14, putting him at 101. Angel runs into another golem. That's going to cost him some more time. But right now, this could be inconsequential at this point. 119 gets a max roll right there. I think Scarlet's guaranteed now, no matter what he rolls. There's 135. Yeah, Scarlet's going to be there. Scarlet's going to be there, barring a miss menu.
Fantastic roll so far. Just absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, this is what you want to see when you're trying to win. Another great roll up to 151. Good chance he could finish it off on this one, but of course you're not taking any chances when you're guaranteed. We're at 151, 14 or more will cover the spread. 11's enough, and ScarletShadoww, the giant killer, is going to send Angel FM his first loss of the tournament and is one victory away from the Grand Championship. Get your GGs out for Scarlet. How about that performance, DK?
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. Both of them had some good game plans here, but there was major diversions with even armor at the beginning, right? And they went a totally different way.
Angel got back-to-back 50 melees from the Dragon Lord and is sent to his death. Wow.
That is brutal. The odds on that happening are so small that I think it was a calculated risk he had to take. And it does look like Angel is going to go ahead and throw in the towel on this one. Get some GGs out. He played a great race as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Angel was right there, but Scarlet, ooh, what a close race. I mean, their exploration was practically about as even as it comes. I mean, maybe the grind was a little bit better for ScarletShadoww, but it was a close game all the way through. And we do have Angel FM here in the commentators booth with us. A valiant effort tonight, a great performance. This was a very difficult map. I mean, you had all the good resources there, and unfortunately, not enough tonight as Scarlet has handed you your first loss of the tournament. Go over it with us, Angel.
Honestly, more than anything else is, I explored the whole map. I saw every little bit. I don't know what Scarlet may have seen, but Garrett being the very last thing that I saw, felt kind of behind, and then Charlotte decided just wants to give me the business in that run. But
161 was the magic number there, by the way, for those of you playing along. Now, the one thing that I thought might have given you an edge is that you found Garenham last, and that's where the jerk ended up being, and Scarlet had to go back to Garenham to trade in to get his rainbow drop. Now, we were talking about potential dives, and we thought that 14 was going to be the go for you, Angel. What was your decision on why you decided to go for level 15 rather than give 14 a shot?
I just want the better resources. I mean, I was already having trouble with the Armor Knights as it was. Couldn't run from them when it evolves on the overworld, and then, like I said, I mean, how Charlotte was to me, and just doing 15, it wasn't any better.
Yeah, I mean, just a brutal way to finish. I mean, if you would have had the lead and that would have ended up happening to you, that 50-50, the chat would have absolutely went bonkers at that point. I mean, yeah, just an unfortunate end to that, which, I mean, it would have been very close if you would have also cracked the sub-hour mark yourself. I mean, again, it was a very, very close race between you two. But we do have our winner here, ScarletShadoww, here in the commentators booth. GG, congratulations. Your quest as a giant killer here in this 2024 Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament continues. Right now, you're on quite the wave. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good at the moment. That seed was certainly a jet from the start, and I was sweating from moment one, but I feel like I played it pretty well. I know you guys were just talking about Angel going down in Charlotte. Did he go down on the Dragon Lord or on the way? Because that Charlotte sucked.
Went down to the Dragon Lord. I mean, you had already had the race won when the Dragon Lord killed him. He got back-to-back 50 melees on the Dragon Lord. It was probably on the back of your mind, I'm sure, Scarlet, but you never had to worry about that. You were getting excellent rolls. There was never a situation where you had to make a decision. It just played out so smoothly for you. Now, the Charlotte dive itself was a bit sketchy for you, Scarlet. I mean, you had a lot of bad encounters. You were getting delayed so many times, which did enable Angel FM to catch up. Not enough to catch up to you to have the first go at the Dragon Lord, but it was kind of a rough. I mean, you had to burn that heal more on the Red Dragon. The other question we want to ask you, what was your decision on why you decided not to take the fairy flute? You knew that golems had the artificial wombo combo, did you not?
I certainly did, and then I certainly forgot it when I didn't see any of them. I was paying attention to it expressly to see if they were going to be on a spike tile, because with the spike tile, stop, spell them, get a weapon, man, that was going to be great. And then I dropped the flute as I'm thinking about, all right, now I found the flute in the tablet. I know that there's stones. I know there's sword. I know I still have search location. And if I find the stones, and once I found Free Cave right outside Charlock, I knew the stones had to be on search. I knew sword had to be in Charlock. But I'm all in my mind thinking about key items and remaining locations and didn't even think about the fact that golems had sleep.
Yep. So it was just kind of an oversight when you had dropped the flute there. Well, fortunately for you, it didn't cost you, but there was a lot of, we were holding our breaths every time you ran into a golem, because fortunately for you, you had no back attacks, no run fails. So luckily you didn't get put to sleep and, potentially get killed there. So it worked out for you in the end. And of course, we just had a blue dragon on the spike tile. So we had a couple blue dragons on spike tiles today in this seed, and then the green dragon for your Hawksness tile. So grinding. Both of you did, a reasonable amount of grinding early on in Hawksness. Looks like you did a little bit more, Scarlet, early, which gave you that experience edge on Angel. Because exploration, I'd have to say it was pretty even, because you both pretty much had to full clear. You just took completely different routes to get there. I mean, you pretty much high-fived when you got to the Twin Cities, Breckenary and Rimmelsdar. So, I mean, your exploration, I'd say, was pretty much even, but I think your grind might have been a little bit more efficient, Scarlet, overall. And I think that's what put you over the top.
I wonder, as I went into Mountain and ended up getting the armor, I wonder, did Angel go and find Hawksness and grind the Green Dragon before the armor?
No, I had armor right away, like within the first minute or two, whatever.
Yeah,
okay. Well,
Angel did have armor much earlier than you did. It didn't end up, affecting the outcome of the game, because it didn't take you all that long. I mean, if you had had a failed dive in Mountain before you would have found the armor, that could have potentially been disastrous at that point for you, Scarlet. But, I mean, I tell you, you're a pretty dangerous competitor here, and you spoiled Angel FM's bid of a perfect tournament right there, and you're now just one game away from punching your ticket to the grand champion against last year's champion Big Slamoo. So you've got to feel pretty good about yourself.
I feel good, but I know how good Angel is as well. I knew
absolutely.
This is the kind of seed I can beat him on. It's a jet seed. I get a good grind in the early portion of the game with Hurt More, and maybe if I grind longer, I survive on the overworld. Maybe I go the right way and he doesn't. That's the type of seed that I have an advantage on. Not really an advantage, but not a disadvantage, I would say.
Well, there you go. But Angel FM, you've definitely been in this position before. You're certainly capable of coming back and making your return trip to the championship. But it's going to be a must-win for you tomorrow night, right back here on RPG Limit Break. What are your thoughts about your upcoming game tomorrow night?
I mean, Slamoo did this like 2 years ago, and you know what? I beat him, so you know what? I'm not worried about this. I mean, he upset my perfect bid last time, and I'm going to have Scarlet's not going to do it here, so I'm going to take care of it Friday and Saturday.
All right, we'll see if that ends up being the case. Obviously, you two are exceptional competitors here in the tournament, and I can't wait to see what you guys bring to the table this weekend. If we do have a game number 3, that would be absolutely fantastic for the studio audience. Obviously, Scarlet, you want to finish the job tomorrow night, but fantastic play from both of you tonight. DK, any questions or thoughts?
Not at all. I'm excited for race 2 tomorrow night. It's going to be a fantastic time, regardless of how it comes out, and good luck tomorrow night, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for putting on the restream, commentators, trackers, everybody. We appreciate all the help for the tournament.
Ditto on that.
All right, please make sure you give both of our runners a follow. Absolutely tremendous performance tonight. Oh my goodness gracious, it is going to be a slobber knocker tomorrow night. Game number 2, right back here, I would imagine, here on RPG Limit Break at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. You definitely don't want to miss it. Any final thoughts before we say goodnight here, DK?
Nope. Take her home.
Absolutely. So again, make sure you give both of our runners a follow, Angel and Scarlet. So That's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight of the 2024 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Semifinals. On behalf of our restreamer High Spirit, for our tracker RG365, and for my commentator partner DK9146, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you back here tomorrow night for game number 2 of the second semifinals between